I'll let you know before you try to go. Now this is my own show. Not a script or flip could make me stop, so just behave. I mean there's no escape. Let's hope you make that drop, because you really don't want to take me off. And oh, what fun. I will tell you what to do and you will get it done. And oh, don't run. You'll find your nightmare here has only just begun. Welcome to my horror show. Now it's starting pretty. Oh, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me. Are you reading the walls? Did you get my clues? There's a debt to repay for now. You'll do.
Welcome, one and all, to another fantastic adventure on the Horror for Dummies podcast, here with your hosts, me and another guy. This is episode 212, and I'm your host, Tim, and let's talk about the other guy. The other guy is commonly referred to a mushroom, and you know what? We're gonna be nice to him today. We're gonna be nice. We're gonna call him Daniel. How are you, Daniel?
I'm okay. How are you, Tim?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing stupendous.
Phantasmagabulous.
Yes. So this is 212, episode 212, and I want to just give a quick mini apology quickly because Tim here fucked up. I fucked up.
Sorry. Like a quick mini one?
Yeah, that's a quick...
My bad. Oops.
Shut up for 2 seconds. My fucking God. So this is
a mini apology for that outburst.
This is episode 212. On this episode, we are reviewing the movie Prey, much like every other podcast. We were meant to be doing Phantasm...
Sure, no one else is doing it.
Oh, man. We were meant to be doing Phantasm 2 on this episode, following our Phantasm franchise walkthrough. This week, I've been on vacation this week. I went away and totally forgot to watch the movie. And yeah, a lot of shit has happened. And we were almost not going to put an episode out this week because I was on vacation. I haven't had a vacation since like 2016 or something, so it was long overdue. Yeah. Actually, no, it was 2015. It was 2015. Yeah, so we weren't going to bring out an episode this week, but I didn't want to leave you guys high and dry, so we thought we'd just come in and discuss probably my most anticipated movie of the year, alongside Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Definitely a movie that was coming out this year for me.
We spoke about it at the start of this year, so you knew it was coming out. Or
yeah, it's not my most anticipated movie. It's just definitely a movie that I knew was coming up.
Okay, fine. But yeah, next week, I'm sorry, Randy, we will continue, we'll pick up the pace, right? We will continue our Phantasm review next week, following with Phantasm 2. So this episode is probably just going to be a quick, sweet, cut to it episode, where we review the movie Prey. There'll be no question of the week or anything special like that this episode. I just want to get into it, man. I just want to talk about this goddamn movie because there is a lot to discuss. I have a lot to talk about with this movie.
There's a lot of problems.
You picked them up too, did you? Okay. All right. With that being said, let's start this goddamn podcast and start talking about the movie Prey. We're going to listen to the trailer and we'll be back in a second. Here we are, feature presentation.
And now for our feature presentation.
Why do you want to hunt?
Because you all think that I can't. I saw a sign in the sky. I'm ready.
Maui, Nita.
There's something out there. I'm coming with you.
You can't.
I'm trying to protect you.
Protect me from what? It's time.
It knows how to hunt. I know how to survive. Whatever did this, I can kill it.
For the probably 400th time you're hearing a review on this movie, yes, we are also reviewing Prey from 2022. What is Prey, you ask? Well, golly gosh, it's the new goddamn Predator movie. Yeah. So, Prey is the origin story of the Predator in the world of the Comanche Nation 300 years ago. Naru, a skilled warrior, fights to protect her tribe against one of the first highly evolved predators to land on Earth. And before you get your goddamn knickers in a knot, yes, Aliens vs. Predator did state that back in like thousands of years ago, predators have been coming to Earth. Aliens vs. Predator aren't canon in the Predator franchise. So, I'm going to stop you right there. Don't give me that bullshit, right? This is the real franchise timeline. And we'll break it more down in a second.
Okay.
But this one comes in at a 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb. For a new movie that is, woo!
It's pretty high. I don't know what everyone's thinking.
Wow. This stars a lot of people. Let me just quickly say, this stars people with probably the coolest names ever.
Really? Okay.
We've got Amber Midthunder. Her last name is Midthunder. She plays Naru. And she's only in her 20s. She's only born in 1997, which seems weird to me, man. I'm so fucking old. 1997 was like when I started.
Back in my day,
I started watching wrestling in 1997. But she's been in a few things. She was in Hell or High Water. She's been in a lot of the episodes of Roswell, New Mexico, Legion, a few things. She's been in. I just saw it. Give me 1 second. She was in something that I remember you enjoying or something or knowing about. What's it called? Banshee. She was in a few episodes of that. 14 Cameras. That's what it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
she played Danielle. I haven't seen it. You saw it. You told me not to bother, so I didn't.
It was just more of 13 Cameras.
Okay. Yeah, not for me.
Yeah, and if you didn't like that, you wouldn't like this.
Fair enough. It also stars Dakota Beavers as Tabe, who's like the brother. This was his first acting role.
Dang, he's pretty good.
Yeah. It also stars Dane DeLigro as the Predator. And he's done a few things here and there. American Horror Story, The Quest. He was in some episodes of Sweet Home, which is that it's a series on Netflix that I've been wanting to watch for a while, just haven't got around to it. And he was also in an episode of The Walking Dead. It stars another person called Stormy Kipp. Once again, just coming in with the coolest fucking names ever. Stormy Kipp.
Yeah.
It stars Michelle Thrush. Yeah, it stars a lot of people that you've never heard of. Mike Patterson as Big Beard, that's his character. Nelson Lees as Waxed Mustache.
I think I know those dudes.
I love their character name. Who am I playing? You are playing Waxed Mustache. That is your character.
What's he gonna look like? Do you have any distinguishing features?
All right, this is directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who I don't know if you ever saw 10 Cloverfield Lane. Did you? I can't remember if you did.
I believe so. Is that the John Goodman one?
Yes.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Okay. I thought you either have seen it and you loved it, or you haven't.
Directed a bunch of The Boys and Black Mirror too. Yeah. Okay. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So this guy, like, I've never seen any of The Boys. I've only seen like one episode of Black Mirror's.
Fucking sick. It's also fucking sick.
10 Cloverfield Lane was like fantastic. So here we are with this. Alright, so Prey, let me just get this out of the way, and I'm not going to take long because like every other fucking horror podcaster is doing this, and I don't want to jump on the bandwagon, but because if you have listened to 10 seconds of the Horror for Dummies podcast in any episode, you will know that Predator is one of my all-time favorite films. I know this sounds like a cliche to say right now because everyone's saying it, but I swear it's the truth. The original Predator is in my top 5 all-time favorite movies. That's beyond any genre, and I am in the process of getting a Predator tattoo. I'm just really finding it hard to pick out the right design. So yeah, I am. I've got a space for it right there, as you can see on my arm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting all my favorite horror people tattooed
As
on me.
listeners, you'll have to imagine.
See, I don't know whether I want the Predator without the mask or with the mask. That's the problem.
Mask.
I don't know, but like without the mask is such a cool design too. Oh, this is why it's taking me so long because I don't want to rush into it. I want like the ultimate Predator tattoo.
Well, why don't you get it without the mask, and then if you don't like it, you can get the mask tattoo.
That's just like saying you'll get a tattoo on your dick of a bigger dick.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah. So this movie, okay. Honestly, I was more excited for this movie than I am with Halloween Ends. Okay, and I'm excited as shit for Halloween Ends, but a new Predator movie. I was in two worlds about it, like because of the previous one, The Predator from 2018.
Yeah, I know it's difficult, right? Because The Predator pretty much like perfected the formula of Predator movies.
Yeah,
right. It's like Shane Black's like epic kind of masterpiece. You're like, how could they even do another Predator after that?
Yeah,
because like it massively eclipses like the first Predator, let alone all the other ones. Maybe the ones that come close is maybe AVP2. Like just in terms of pure quality and enjoyment, and cohesion of story.
Yeah, and like you can,
and it just really gets what Predator should be about.
Yeah.
Whereas this one's all just about like hunting and being a predator and shit.
And I mean, you can
which
totally
is boring. There's no jokes. Like, where's the quips? Where's the Predator clones and things like that, or whatever the fuck happened in that movie?
You know what?
That was perfection.
And like those ones had Predator dogs as well. Like,
yeah, predators. And predators, but they were like the predators were just like hanging out in the house. The house predators, they're on the ship. The dogs got to run around on the outside.
I fucking hate Predator dogs, man. If they had Predator dogs in this movie, I would have fucking punched my TV. Both times they had Predator animals, like in Predators and the Predator, I hated it. I fucking hated it. Oh my god. And man, I fucking hate the 2018 movie. It is such an abomination.
We're both in agreement that that's the better movie.
Yeah, I mean, no, AVP Requiem is because you can totally see everything that's happening in that movie.
I can see every single A and VP. All
right. So we'll actually do. If you're keen, we'll do a ranking of like best to worst Predator films.
Sure. I mean, I'll guess for a couple, but that's fine.
Have you seen? Did you end up watching Predators from 2010?
Nah.
Okay. Well, I'll do a ranking then.
You do a ranking, and I'll and it's been a hot minute since I've seen. I think I've seen Predator a couple of times. Predator 2, I do not remember anything about it. So. Okay,
Danny
Glover? Question mark.
So you're nowhere near like a fan of this franchise as
Oh,
I
really?
am. Okay,
I've probably seen AVP the most.
that's depressing. Sorry, man.
Well, because I've watched Aliens through a bunch of times. I love Aliens.
So you're a xenomorph guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right, we're fighting now. We have
I
to.
mean,
We're mortal enemies.
We've already done that in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I've got like all of them. I don't. You know how many Blu-rays I have, right? Like, fuck all.
Yeah.
But I've actually got like the Alien collection on Blu-ray.
That's pretty cool. I've got the Predator franchise on 4K,
Nice.
including the 2018 version, because I'm
You just like, I paid for this, I guess.
because I'm a completist. Even though it was fucking horrible and my worst movie of that year, I still needed to own it. And yes, I have looked online. This movie here, Prey, is coming out on physical copy in October. And,
Nice.
and I will be first in line to buy it. Which leads me to my next point.
Right, I don't
Obviously,
think there's going to be a line, but it's alright.
you want to make a bet? This leads us to our thoughts on this movie. I thought this movie was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Enough for me. Luffy, let's get to you. What did you think about Prey 2022?
Again, look, let's preface this was I can only kind of view this as itself and trying to not compare it to The Predator, which is the far superior movie. But on its own, like, how do I put this? Like,
You are what people commonly refer to as a troll.
a troll.
Yeah, you
What
are.
do you mean?
You are an internet troll. That's what you are being right now.
I'm just living under me bridge, eating me breads and bones. I wish it was a troll. That'd be fun.
You look like
Eating
one.
Billy Goat gruffs. Making a goat stew.
All right, just tell us your fucking thoughts. And stop leaving us hanging there.
You kept asking me questions.
I wasn't asking you any question. I was telling you you're a troll because you're saying that The Predator is the superior movie.
Yeah, look, I'm glad you said it, but now that's out of the way. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Jesus Christ. Alright, fine.
It's pretty good.
Do you want to elaborate on it?
I like the stuff that happened in it.
Alright, cool. I'm going to go in with my likes and then my dislikes, okay?
Okay.
And I do have some dislikes. I do have some...
You do?
I have some dislikes,
Okay.
but my likes list is a lot longer.
Alright.
So I have seen this movie 3 times. I did watch it 3 times. I watched it twice in English, and I watched it the 3rd time in the Comanche version, which you can
Really?
find. Yeah.
How does that work?
So they speak Comanche.
Like, dubbed in Comanche?
Yes, but it's not like the dub that you see like in like the kung fu movies of like the 60s and whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I can't remember what they call it, fit dubbed or something like that, where they fit
Okay.
the words with the characters' mouths. So it doesn't look like you can tell it's dubbed, but it doesn't look.
Yeah, okay.
Dubs.
Alright, so it looks natural. It would have been cool if they just honestly like I mean I watched the English version, don't get me wrong, and that was like enjoyable, but I think it would have been cool if they just kept it all Comanche, man.
A lot of people are saying that, but at the same time, I see why they did it, because the mainstream market would have turned it off within a second.
Perhaps. And also I think I liked what they did with how we were meant to feel like the Comanches.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the Comanches were meant to feel like the viewer watching it's people.
Yeah.
Like we could easily understand them, blah blah blah. Couldn't understand the French dudes.
Yep.
Made them feel more foreign.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I thought that was fantastic. Now, there are some instances where in the English version they do speak Comanche, and you're like,
Yeah.
wait, what does that mean? In the Comanche version, it actually shows up what they say.
Oh, that's cool.
So, you can read all that stuff.
I think it's just like when you're from a different culture and you just throw in a few words and terms where there's no real English translation for it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm sure a lot of people are saying right now, they're probably asking two questions. Number one, how do you watch it in Comanche? I will say this, we watched it on Disney Plus here in Australia. It is on Hulu in America, but I believe they're both similar as to how you watch it. On Disney Plus, you click onto it, you click play, and it will come up with like the, I don't know what we call it, like the menu.
Oh, dang.
The
Yeah,
menu.
okay. So you click on the language as an audio
No.
thing.
No. That's what I thought you did. No, you don't click actually play to watch the movie. You click into it to get into like the menu, and then there's like an extras section.
Oh, pre-Comanche version.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I
So
see.
the extras will give you like the trailers, and then Comanche version.
Okay.
And I think it's similar to Hulu as well. Just click extras. What version did I like better? I mean, they're both fucking fantastic. I think I wish I watched the Comanche version first, and then
Yeah, me too.
and then the English second.
I'm watching a bit of it now, and it's like it's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into this movie with our likes. What did we like about this movie? And I'm going to start off by saying the first thing I did like about this movie. Like is not the right word. I think the right word is love. Is the sound design in this is fucking incredible. And this leads into my probably one dislike I do have about this movie, and it's not the movie's problem, it's the fact that this wasn't at cinemas. Because I would have absolutely loved to have seen this in like surround sound, crystal surround sound, you know?
Yeah, dude. Like, it's honestly like people have been saying it's like, you know, for racist reasons and shit like that. Like, they like didn't think a Comanche-led movie would be
Is that what
successful.
is that what this? But it's a Predator movie. It's gonna get people in seats no matter what.
I know. That's why it's like, it feels like it's because it's a heavily Comanche movie.
There are so many people saying the dumbest things about this movie. Like, of course, like, there's going to be negative reviews of this movie. There's negative reviews of every movie. But some of I read the negative reviews just for a laugh, because some of the shit that people are saying is fucking laughable. It's like, did you even watch the movie? Like, some person said you might want to have your phone handy because this movie's boring. Like, how is this in any way, shape, or form boring?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Shit happens in the first 5 minutes. Like, if you find this movie boring, you just stop watching movies altogether. And if you think this movie's slow, like, what did you think of The Witch, then?
Awful.
Or films like that.
Awful. Terrible movie.
The Witch is a cinematic masterpiece. I will have you say nothing else.
Fucking poo-poo.
Anyway, so the sound design is fucking incredible, and it's not just the score, it's the sound effects, like the background noises, the surrounding sounds.
Twig snapping and fucking like all sorts of shit.
Like the sounds when she's throwing like her tomahawk around, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's shit like that. Like, oh, it's so fucking good. And this is like the first 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes of this movie, I was like, okay, even if this is like the lamest Predator story and the Predator looks like shit, at least it's up there with like gorgeous cinematography, unreal sound. It's got that going for it in the first 5 minutes, right? Yeah. And this leads me to my next point. My next love of this movie is absolutely gorgeous. Stunning. This is I was speaking to Lance from the Horror Returns the other day. He was listening to our review on Men, and our review on Men made him want to go back and watch it. And he said that Men is the best movie of the year with cinematography and sound.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's good, but I got to give it to Prey, man. Prey, for me, has the best sound and cinematography I've seen this year.
I'm really annoyed. Disney Plus does it, and a few other, like a couple of other streaming things do it, where it won't fill my fucking screen properly.
What do you mean?
Like, even when I like make it full screen on my, like, because I've got a 32-inch monitor, right? I watched it at my computer.
Right.
It doesn't... I've got these giant bezels, man. And it looks so good. It would have been, like, great if it was, like, full screen.
Is there a setting on your computer that you can fix that?
Nah, I've tried.
Because I'm watching it on my 84-inch, and it, like, fills up perfectly.
Yeah, that's when you've got it on the TV. For some reason, on monitors and stuff, it's just weird. I don't know why.
Why can't you watch it on your TV?
I was watching it on my computer.
Okay. Do you not have a TV?
Yeah, but, like, Steph was using it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, you should have told Steph, hey, Prey is a new Predator movie. Watch it with me.
Also, like, my monitor's way better quality than my TV.
Right, okay. Fair enough.
Like shit just looks better on my monitor.
Okay.
But, yeah, anyway. Again, a problem of, like, I want to see it at the fucking movies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll get to it next week when I talk about cinema experiences.
Okay.
Yeah, I went and saw Nope today, and I don't know, there's something about cinemas lately that are just not really interesting me anymore. I'm finding my own TV better quality. Let's just say that.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know why, but no, the shots in this, like, they're so well thought out. Like, there were so many overhead shots, and like all of them are gorgeous. Even just the normal shots, like of the scenery and the planes. Like, I was watching this movie, and I'm like, am I watching a movie or a fucking 8K National Geographic documentary or something?
Yeah.
Like, it
No,
looks
it's
just
pretty cool.
like the scene. There's a shot where, and we're keeping this spoiler free. We'll get to spoilers later. We will.
Oh, okay. Okay, lucky. Thank you.
No spoilers. There is a shot. Well, there is a scene where basically they're in like a burnt down clearing, and the smoke and surroundings send you into a completely different world. And like, there's another part where there's snowflakes falling, and that just makes the scene pop. I think Dan Trachtenberg did an amazing job with the filming of this movie, but you got to give it up for the cinematographer, who was Jeff Cutter. He was the director of photography for this film. He also worked on 10 Cloverfield Lane, Orphan, and Nightmare on Elm Street remake. And all these films, like them or not, they all have great photography, but I strongly believe that this is his best piece of work yet.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I was just blown away by the cinematography alone. I gave it a 10 because it was just, it just blew me away, man.
Okay.
The dialogue.
Yeah, look, like in the other Predator movies, I didn't super care about the characters.
Yeah.
Like even Predator, which is like all-time classic, etc., etc. I get you, but like I gave a shit about these characters way more.
Why? Any reason?
I don't know. I just like they're just like jocked out army dudes. Right? It's sort of one-dimensional, whereas like I just felt these guys were really like, I could emotionally connect more with these guys than I could with a fucking jocked out army dude.
Fair enough. I won't argue because it's your opinion, but I will disagree that they're jocked out army dudes, as they're all given their own little special.
Yeah, of course they get
character.
personalities and things like that, but there's no like struggle to them.
That's the whole point of the movie. The whole movie is that they're macho men, and the whole movie point is not strength or brawn can win every fight. And that's the whole point of this movie as well. And this is the whole thing that people... I saw this in so many reviews. Oh, this movie's dumb. How can a small little girl beat a female beat a predator? That's the point of this movie. The point isn't you don't need to be big and strong and have the best machinery and best weaponry to do things.
Yeah, like Arnie, spoilers for the original Predator.
35 years old now, it's alright.
You'd think. But like, you know, he beats him with his brains and stuff, and I get that, like, but he's still just like a jocked out, really good at being an army dude.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, she's got more like there's like family themes and like some like gender stuff and all that kind of shit. It felt more interesting to me.
Yeah, okay. But at the same time, she's trying to prove herself as a hunter. And that's what she is, first and foremost.
Yeah, which is not a role traditional
For
to
women.
females and Comanche tribes.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's just more interesting, like all the stuff with the brother and the dog and all that stuff.
Yep.
Like, it was just more, I don't know, more better to me.
More better than
Yeah, more better to me.
That's fair, man. That's fair.
I'm not saying they're completely fucking cardboard and they're fucking shit characters. I'm just saying I connected with her more than I would with Arnold.
Yeah, okay.
I get the struggle of like wanting to prove yourself and people telling you shouldn't be doing a thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Whereas like I'm not a fucking jocked out fucking army dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really a macho man particularly. Like so that kind of like 80s Oz fucking like cigar chomping machine gun shooting cunt isn't me.
Yeah.
Whereas like I can understand sort of spry little clever, you know, combatant in that way.
Yeah, okay. So it's more aimed at you.
Not necessarily more aimed at me. I can.
No, I get it. Like, you're a
Yeah.
small female, while I'm a big, huge macho man who smokes cigars. I get it.
Yeah, that's exact. You've nailed it. 100%. I'm a petite little girl.
There's nothing wrong with being a petite little girl. And we'll get to... Maybe we should bring it up now.
What?
Oh, it's something that's pissing everyone off, including myself. And it's not...
What is?
Oh, just some people. Back to the bad reviews about this film. Another point that people making is this film's just woke. It's woke because it's a female.
Not particularly. I mean, again, like the other franchise I really like more than this is Alien.
Yeah.
And Ripley wasn't fucking woke. Just because it's a girl doesn't mean it's fucking woke.
Yeah. Yeah. Terminator.
Like, it's just Mulan with a predator.
Yeah. Or Pocahontas? Or Mulan.
Mulan, man.
I've never seen
Oh.
either of them, so I don't know.
Not really Pocahontas. You haven't seen Mulan?
Nah.
Oh. She, like, dresses up as a boy and goes into the army. So it's like she's all that.
okay.
And not she's all that. She's a man.
Well, that's
Female
that's
divide.
woke. That's woke then.
So woke.
I hate the fucking word woke. I think it's a pathetic point.
Yeah.
So, oh my god. We're going to leave it
Also,
at that.
You don't have to fucking agree with, like, whatever message the movie's trying to put out.
Yeah.
And even when it's not putting out a message, some people, like, read into it too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I mean, again, with, like, men, I feel like the message that I was getting, I fundamentally disagreed with. But I still enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
It just means, for me, I'm probably not going to watch it again because it doesn't really gel with my viewpoint.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, for
That's
me,
it.
for
But
me...
this it's such a moot point anyway. It's just someone is... Like, it's not... Like, yeah, the gender roles are a theme, for sure. And they all treat her like shit because she's a girl. But it could have easily been just a, like, slightly smaller, weaker boy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they do that in Aliens. They treat Ripley like shit because she's a girl. Even the fucking other female who's in the team.
Yeah, like...
I
Anyway. But this isn't new shit. This isn't woke shit.
No.
Ugh,
And you know,
anyway.
I didn't watch this film like looking for a message. This is a story about the first predator coming to Earth.
Yeah.
That's all I took it, and that's all I think that was made for. Like, yeah, fine, you can search up a message if you want, but don't rip the movie in half because it didn't follow your expectations.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why does he look so different?
Can we hold that question till later?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's get through this. I've got a whole big thing about that.
Okay.
So, back to the dialogue.
Sorry.
There's one line. Yeah.
Again, that's why I liked the movie, because I connected more with the story, the dialogue, and the characters.
Yeah. Okay. There's that line where her mother says, "Why do you want to hunt?" And she replies, "Because you all think I can't." I'm like, that's fucking great. That's to the point. I understand now why.
Simple, no fat. Get it.
Exactly. I understand 100%. I do those things too. People say that... I don't know. I'm drawing a blank here. I can't do things.
Grow a fringe.
People say that I can't lose weight. Fuck you, I can. And I did. I put it all back on, but I'm going to do it again.
But I lost it.
I proved you wrong.
I found it again, but...
Back to the point that I was making about one of the reviews. Another point that I do like about this movie is the pacing is spot on with this film. Fuck you to that person who said this movie is boring. We are introduced to these characters. We understand who they are, what their deal is, where they live, and then boom, 15 minutes in, we see a predator. This is like an hour and I think it's an hour and 40-minute movie, but for me it felt like half an hour. And like I thought that every time I watched this movie, I'd like get to a point where I had to pause it because of toilet issues or kids or something like that, and I'm like, oh, I've only got 20 more minutes to go. That sucks. So for me, this movie just flopped. Honestly, I could have been happy with more, but I mean, that's me being greedy.
She takes on 12 predators.
Well, okay, no spoilers, but I was kind of hoping for something like that. Okay.
Also, like, story... you're doing dialogue, sorry, my bad.
Oh, no, I'm done with dialogue now. What do you want to go?
Oh, I was going to say, story-wise, it gives you, like, enough shit. It does a lot of showing and not telling.
Yeah.
Of what the Predator's about.
Yep.
What its strengths and weaknesses are. And, like, and it peppers these things in, I don't know, maybe you could say a little heavy-handedly, but, like, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, I don't want to say stuff, but, like, stuff. Fuck. I don't want to spoil anything, but it does that Edgar Wright shit. And I know he didn't invent it, but, like, it does a lot of mad foreshadowing.
Yeah, okay. I get you.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Going into the story, and this is probably the biggest like I have. I keep saying that, but this is on par with my biggest likes. Is this film as a whole? It goes back to the roots of what made the Predator an interesting character and film. For one, its location is the biggest thing, but it's not only that. It's simple. One predator against one worthy fighter. In this case, the fighter is Naru, played by Amber Midthunder.
Yeah.
God damn it. If I married Amber Midthunder, I'd be like, nah, it's alright. I'll take your name instead.
You sure you don't want it to be Amber Davis?
No, Tim Midthunder. That'd be cool. But no,
Change your name.
She does a phenomenal job with this character. But the great thing about this film is that while, yes, it takes it back to its roots, it's not a rehash of the 1987 film, you know? This one is close enough, but it still has room to be different. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, while the original had Arnold and his team being absolutely filled with male testosterone and macho madness, oh yeah, complete with all different types of weapons, this one takes it back with axes and arrows and the wilderness around them. And it's funny, like, when this trailer came out...
Using nature and shit, like the Comanche are known to do.
Exactly. Like, when this trailer came out, I remember a lot of people saying, how is this little woman who has no firepower going to take down a predator? And I think a lot of people forgot about the third act of the original film, in which Arnold fought the Yautja with his bare hands.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about this is, like, the coolest thing about the Predator character is the Yautja are hunters who love the thrill of the hunt. So the story absolutely worked for me. You know?
Is that what they're called? Yautja?
Yeah, that's their that's their real thing. They're not called predators.
Well, no.
Yeah. Their species is Yautja, like we are called
Like
humans.
xenomorph.
Yeah, like we are humans, they're xenomorphs, and predators are Yautjas.
Okay.
Yeah. Come from Yautja Prime. That's their planet. I'm going full nerd boy geek with this shit.
Bro, yeah.
I've been a massive fan of this character and thing for a while. Like, I've done the comics, I've done the books, the games, like the
books.
the video games. The only one I haven't played is the new Predator video game because it's fucking multiplayer, and I don't want to verse little kids on the internet because they smash me.
Yeah, it's just one of those asymmetrical ones, man.
Yeah.
It's just like, you're the predator or you're fighting the predator. Cool.
But that's what I want. I just don't want to
Really?
verse 13-year-old kids from North Dakota.
I just wanted a story one.
I mean, go back and play Predator Concrete Jungle. That game was amazing.
Maybe I will.
Good. Another point, my other like in this movie is the lack of technological weaponry. We are so used to seeing the Predator with different types of weapons, and yes, he always has his main weapons, like the wrist blades and spears and all that stuff, but every other film we see an upgrade in weaponry, from discs to plasma cannons to fucking Predator dogs. And I like in this one that the Yautja has minimal weaponry. It makes sense, too, being that this is set 300 years in the past, and the humans on Earth don't have the technology back then, and it shows that the Predators are not as equipped as we have seen them, which is cool. And this leads to multiple hand-to-hand battles, with the Predator fighting not just man, but animals as well. The whole animal scenes...
Does some cool shit.
Yeah. And I had to stop myself there because I was like, oh...
And a chair as well.
Oh... Gotta not say anything.
Yeah.
Alright. I can go on and on about likes in this movie, and we'll do that more in spoiler-filled talk. Let's just quickly go down with what I didn't like in this movie, and there's really not much. Now, I'm looking at my list here, but... And I can't really say one, because it kind of is a spoiler. But, one for most people is the CGI in this movie.
Yeah?
And it's more of a nitpick than anything. I can get past it, and it's the CGI of the animals, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright.
I'm reading my note here, and I don't want to read it because it's going to spoil different things that happen in the movie. But
Maybe just save it for spoilers.
you know what? I think most people here have seen this movie. I haven't heard anyone say, oh, I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, if you don't have Disney Plus,
Or Hulu.
I mean, you should. Or Hulu. I mean, you probably should. But, like, if you haven't got the free trial yet, maybe just get the free trial and watch fucking Prey, because it's worth it.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Let's wrap it up, give our scores, and then go into spoiler detail. I've got so much about the actual Predator, the Yautja.
Specific things?
Like,
Okay.
I've got, fucking...
Because I'm coming into it as, like, a massive Predator cash fan.
Yeah, okay.
I like Predator shit. Like, I've seen most of them.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not like, oh, I have to see every Predator. I think I've seen the first one once, or bits of it and things like that. And I've definitely only seen the second one once.
We should do a Predator franchise review.
If you want.
Yes, I do want.
Okay.
Alright, so go in with your thoughts and everything on this, your score.
Look, I was super worried I wasn't going to enjoy this, because I knew you were. Like...
Why did you know I was?
Because you said you'd watched it 3 times.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
Why would you watch it 3 times if it was bad?
Because it's Predator.
Yeah, I mean, that's also true, but, like, still.
I mean, I've seen the Predator like 4 times as well, so...
You weren't like, stupid fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Why am I watching this stupid bullshit again? Because it's bullshit. It's stupid.
That is true.
But anyway, so I was, like, super scared. I was like, fuck, everybody loves this movie. I'm probably gonna fucking hate it. You know? Mm-hmm. Like... I don't know. I was so scared I was gonna hate it, and I was like, man, just fucking lower your expectations and shit. But I fucking super loved it.
Hell yeah.
I thought, like, I loved all the characters. I loved their relationships. I loved the fucking dog. What a fucking good boy. Who's a good boy? Right? No, not him. Not you. Not you, Tim. Bad. Yeah, I love the Predator in it. I liked all the use of things for stuff. Spoily. I liked the French people in it. Spoiler?
That's in the trailer.
Okay. Yeah, I just like the whole thing. I like the whole Pocahontas-y Mulan aspect of it. All that kind of shit. I don't know. I just had fun. It was super gory. Super cool kills. Super interesting to look at. Sounded great. Just annoyed I didn't see it at the movies. And yeah, I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Oh, shit. There we go. 9 out of 10. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I honestly thought you were going to give it a 7.
Yeah, why not? 7.
Alright, so you're giving it
No, give it a 9.
Wow,
No,
okay.
it's great, man. Like, it's so pure and simple. It's just like, here's what we're fucking doing.
Yep.
It doesn't complicate it. Everything is just made to, like, make you care more about your main character and the things that she cares about,
Yeah.
and lets you know about the protagonist and what he does and what he's about, and that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Like, there's little bits here and there, but it does not take away from the main storyline.
Yep.
And it's just so simple. It's just like, here's what's happening. Everything we're doing is gonna fucking have a point. There was nothing that I saw personally that was like a loose thread or a pointless scene. That kind of stuff. Like, it was no Jurassic Park, Oblivion, or whatever the fuck it's called, Dominion.
Yeah.
Like, where it's just like dumb exposition for the sake of things.
Yep.
All the, like, for the most part, most of the exposition was silent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. True.
Like, you watched and you learned.
Yeah.
But anyway, 9 out of 10, fucking solid fucking movie.
Nice. All right, I am also coming in pretty high with you. I'm going to assume that it's going to be in your top 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's in my top 5 at the moment.
Okay, mine is also in my top 10. I do have a bit of a problem because it is, as of right now, on par with 2 other films in my top 10, and I don't really know which one's number 1 at the moment, but this is probably...
Okay.
If it's not number 1, it's going to be number 2 or number 3. But it's in my definitely top 3 for the year so far. This one's coming in at a 9.5 out of 10. It's...
Dang.
I'll get to it in a second as to why it's not a perfect 10, but it's fucking... I could even give it a 9.7, you know? It's that fucking close, man. I love this movie. I adored it. It is easily the best Predator sequel. It's... Okay, it's not as good for me as the original. Nothing ever will be. There'll never be another Predator movie that's as good. But this one is that close, man. That fucking close. And I'm so happy. Do you know, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna be embarrassed saying this. When the first time watching this, when the credits were rolling, I actually had tears in my eyes.
Aww.
I don't know why. I was so fucking happy.
That's cool, man.
I was so happy that they did this movie, and like, quite honestly, this is something that I've been wanting them to do with the Predator franchise for years, and it's not my idea. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, I thought that they should do this idea. There is a fan film on YouTube called Predator Dark Ages, where Predator takes, like, the Knights Templar, takes on them, and it wasn't just then, but, like, at the end of Predator 2, we see, like, you see, on the Predator spaceship, you see, like, the Predator has, like, different skulls. And in that skull is, like, a xenomorph skull, right?
Yeah.
But they've all got, like, different other monster skulls. And I'm like, why don't you, like, make a movie of how they got that huge monster skull? You know? Shit like that. So I always wanted them to go back and show, like, different time eras of the Predator.
Did you, like, spend, like, 60 minutes with the crew of the spaceship that happened to wander past? as he was fighting that creature for 2 minutes in the background, where they argue and run away.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But like,
It's just like 60 minutes of like this crew, this dysfunctional crew that makes a bunch of stupid decisions, and then you sort of see like the Predator sort of jump in and out of shot, fighting this big monster for a little bit as they're arguing and stuff in the foreground.
I want more Predator. But no, like there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, will there be a sequel to this movie?" I don't want a sequel to Prey.
No, man, leave this alone.
I want more Predator lore coming to the screen. Show us Predator, I don't know, 50 years from now. Like, you know, like different time eras of Predator. Like there's been one idea floating around was the Predator going to Afghanistan in the war.
Okay.
Like, it sounds dumb, but fuck, they could pull it off, man. They really could.
I don't know, maybe.
I think it would be amazing. America, you know?
Predator versus some Bin Laden.
Yeah, like, okay, not that, but yeah, you know, like, there's different things that they could do with this character. Like, so many, but yeah. I'm happy that we got what we got. I'm so, as I said before, I'm fucking stoked. Tears in my eyes. This one's a 9.5 out of me, and definitely you'll be hearing about it again at the end of the year. It's solidified its way into my top 10, and it's staying there. It's locked in. So
Yeah, there's gonna have to be a lot more 9s for this one to get bumped down.
yep. Actually, no, I lie. I gave it a 9.6 actually, because I do my fucking points differently.
Okay.
And it came out at a 96 out of 100, so it's a 9.6. There you go. But we'll just round it off to 9.5, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so from here on in, we are talking full spoilers. So we're not hiding anything, guys. So I'm sure you probably watched it already.
Get your spoiler dicks out.
Spoiler alert, oh yeah, oh yeah. Spoiler alert, oh yeah. Spoiler alert, oh yeah, oh yeah. Spoiler alert, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Spoiler alert, yeah, yeah, yeah. Spoiler alert, yeah, yeah, yeah. Spoiler alert, yeah, yeah. Spoiler alert, yeah.
Alright, so back to my points of the nitpicks. Alright, so
Yes. Please.
the cloaking in this. This is just a minor nitpick. And it's not the cloaking itself, but there is a scene where the Predator is all cloaked. When I say cloaked, to those people that don't understand, it's when he's invisible. And he's walking through water. And it doesn't diffuse the cloaking mechanism. In Predator 2, that does happen. Water and his cloaking thing don't go hand in hand. And it doesn't work. In this movie, this is 300 years prior. 300... I think so. Yeah, whatever. 300 years prior to Predator 2, and the cloaking's better. That's just a little nitpick, man. I was like, nah.
Yeah, okay.
Something.
How does the cloaking work? Like, because it seems to get hit and sort of not work.
Yeah. I mean, there's been no fucking, like, scientific analysis about how it works.
But like, just like when you get blood on it and stuff like that, like when he was fighting certain things and got it all bloody and stuff, and it kind of just disappeared eventually.
Yeah, I guess that's just how it works. I don't know. I can't really give you an answer for that. I guess they're all different. And, like, there's different things in this Predator, and we'll get to that in a second, that are different from other Predators that work better and some worse.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, but...
Okay, so cloaking.
Yeah, the cloaking. As I said before, the CGI... I'm mainly talking about...
the bear.
It's
right?
the bear, man. It's the bear.
The bear.
A lot of people made point to all the animals. Like, we've seen the lion show up, and I think the darkness and shadows helped hide the CGI, so that didn't bother me at all. The wolf or coyote, I think it's a wolf, but I'm not too sure.
I think it was a wolf.
I thought that looked fucking fantastic. Especially when it, like, falls dead. Like, you can see, like, the fucking hair blowing in the wind. Like, that's
pretty good.
That's unreal. But, yeah, it was the bear that was the real point.
Yeah, look, yeah, it was a bit weak.
Yeah. And I'm going to say it, man, the face of the Yautja, the face of the Predator, is... When it first unveiled itself, I was like, what is that? It's not That's not the Yautja that I know and love. It's like, it's Down syndrome cousin. At first, I wasn't.
I didn't want to say it, but it's like, yeah, straight up, right?
Yeah,
Like, why? Why did it? Like, the Yautjas look so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, they're perfect. Like, the Predator design is perfect.
I mean, and I'm going to be a fucking fanboy by saying this, but the design for the first Predator, Stan Winston's design for the first Predator is my favourite. The sequels, like Predator 2, looked good. The eyes were just too beady in that one. And the rest of the Predators, like, they all got different looks, and I get that, but some of them just look dumb. Like the Berserkers in Predators looked kind of silly. They kind of look like greasers as Predators. It's a weird thing to say, but in this one, like, I don't know, it's probably my least favourite looking Predator.
Yeah, it's just the head. Everything else looks sick.
Yeah. And I think,
Like, not the head, just the face.
It's the
I
face.
don't know why they changed the face so much.
Okay, let's talk about the Predator.
Sure.
Like, let's full break down the actual Yautja here. So,
Okay.
here's the thing about it. Once I understood where Dan Trachtenberg was going with the Predator, I was kind of all right with it a little bit more. It's still, every time I look at it, I'm like, it's still not.
Maybe he's going for like a Neanderthal Predator kind of thing.
Exactly. He
Is that what
calls
he's
it.
doing?
Yeah, he calls it the feral Predator. That's its species. So, according to Yautja lore, there are different species of Yautja. Much like there are different like types of humans, like Chinese and
Races.
you know what I mean. Like African American, Caucasian, things like that. There are different types of Yautjas, and like there's hunters, which jungle hunters and city hunters. They're like from Predator 1 and 2, which are my favorite designs. The hunters are my favorite designs. Then you've got like there's species, and there's like ranks as well, and it's all different. Some of them look different, others don't. But there's young blood, there's blooded, there's elite, there's elder, there's super predators, and there's assassins, which we don't talk about assassins.
Why? What are assassins?
That's the big fucking superhero Goro thing from the Predator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't talk about him. And then there's this one. They're calling it the feral Predator. And I'm guessing you're pretty on the money with it. It's more like the Neanderthal of predators.
Yeah.
Now,
but it just doesn't look as cool.
But Neanderthal humans don't look as cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Now, I found a comment that someone made on Facebook that actually was a little interesting to me, even if it comes from the latest installment before this, The Predator, the one that I hate. They state in that movie that predators are constantly upgrading by taking the DNA from their trophies and using the best of each species it kills to evolve. So I can see that this Predator would look different because it hasn't gone through a couple hundred years of combining DNA from enough species to resemble the Predator we are used to seeing.
Is that what it does?
Apparently. I do not remember hearing that in the 2018 movie, but you know what? My mind was elsewhere with that movie.
Yeah, okay.
But if that is a little bit of, I don't know, light that we can shed on it, I can go with it.
Okay.
But yeah, like there are things, there are elements of this Predator that I liked, and elements that I didn't. This one here has thinner dreads. Its dreads weren't as round.
Yeah.
They were longer as well. That was cool. It also, if you look closely on the shoulders, it has kind of like quails, like a porcupine does. Just slight quills. Sorry. If you look closely, you can see them. They're kind of covered by his dreads, but whatever. The hands on this one are a lot thicker than any previous Predator that we've seen. And at first, when I saw them, I'm like, "Oh, he's a big sausage finger boy." I didn't like it.
Big sausage fingers.
This Predator here has abs for days.
Bro.
I did digging.
Predator does sit-ups.
He has a 14-pack.
Wow. That's a lot of packs.
Yeah. And his mask. A lot of people were talking about Predator's mask, and I'll get more into it as we get to trivia, but I wasn't huge into the mask because the biggest thing...
How does it see?
Exactly! And I've looked at this picture so many times, I'm like, maybe it's there, but I don't know. Like, there's no real eye holes, you know? So I don't know. And
because I was thinking that too. I'm like, because like it's doing the screen thing when it like looks at stuff.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. Maybe it's like it doesn't look clear, but it is see through somehow. I don't know.
I mean, like you can always make your argument of like, oh, the original Predator mask doesn't have eye holes, but I mean it does. But that's like an actual.
Yes, it does.
I've seen people make that argument. That's an actual mask that they've made. Let me just find the trivia fact that I found. Apparently, according to IMDb trivia, I found 2 facts about the mask that it's wearing. The feral predator's helmet/face mask is actually the face bones of another predator enhanced with cybernetics. That was actually false. That was deemed wrong. But the real thing is the feral predator's biomask is made from the skull of a river ghost from Predator 2010, which is just a creature from the 2010s movie Predators. So it's a skull. So it shouldn't be see-through.
No. Was it River Ghost?
Yeah, they call it the River Ghost. It's basically, if you knew what the original Predator design was from the original Predator movie, it's that. It looks fucking... It's dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, they're weird looking.
Yeah, it is. Not great. So yeah, once I heard more like what they were doing with the Predator, making it more of a Neanderthal type Yautja,
yeah,
I was a little more okay with it.
Okay.
It's still a Yautja. I mean, it's still a beast.
It's still menacing. It still fucks shit up. And it was still like, for the most part, clever enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know,
I think it's besides the assassin predator, it's probably the strongest one we've seen.
Yeah, and look, I'm sure it'll make a lot of fun toys.
Yeah, I'll probably buy one. But let's talk about the predator weaponry. With all the weaponry it has, because this is something cool, because there's more light to shed. Like, this one has the Medicomp, which is similar to the original in Part 2, where it uses its little Medipack to clean itself up.
Oh, yeah, where it's like...
Yeah. Something we haven't seen, which I really liked, was the cryogenic flare that cleans skulls when it takes the wolf's head. Oh,
yeah, that was cool.
That was fucking awesome. We've never really seen that before in a Predator movie, so that was cool. Of course, it has the double wrist blades, but these ones don't actually cloak.
Yeah.
Which is cool. The shoulder-mounted plasma caster has been replaced with a handheld magnetized bolt caster that has active target and tracking seeking capabilities. Each laser can now separate so that each bolt can fly in different locations.
Yeah, how does that exactly work, exactly?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Yautja. I don't know how their weaponry work.
No, but like, can you fire it without having it go where the laser goes?
No.
You just can't?
No, well, that's how the end of the Predator happens.
No, I know it's how the end of the Predator happens, but like, couldn't you, like, because, okay, here's the thing, because he was like aiming it at her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But if he knows that they go where the laser goes, and he knows that the laser's on his helmet...
I think maybe it was the heat of the moment. He was struggling to kill this thing, didn't think, and he maybe didn't know where the lasers were. Maybe he can't see the lasers. That's the other thing. Because we know, like...
He's got that stupid skull on his head.
Yeah, I mean, well... So, going back to the first Predator, he has that heat thermal vision with the mask. But when he takes off the mask, it turns to, like, a red vision. So, we never see his vision without the mask.
Okay.
So, is it the red vision, where he can't see the lasers? We don't know.
I mean, potentially, but, like, shouldn't he know that the lasers are...
You'd think.
How does he... Then how does he aim the lasers?
Well, it's on his mask.
Yeah, but like
Yeah,
Like-
I know. How does he separate
do
them?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we'll separate them, and even like when he was gonna shoot the other Comanche dude in the field, right?
Yeah.
He was like aiming it somehow.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works.
Look, I'm not trying to completely pick it apart. I got the idea of it, but I just think that like the way he was like just aiming it forward to me was like, oh, he must be able to just flick off the homing bit, but like apparently not because it killed him. But like, well, then if you are unsure where the lasers are, why would you even shoot?
Yeah. True.
Like, if you don't have the aiming mechanism, it'd be like pulling the pin out of a grenade in a grenade launcher and like not having the launcher part.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? There's like no way to propel it forward, and you're just like, go grenade.
Once again, maybe he was...
Yeah, in the heat of the moment. I get it.
No, maybe he was just
Stupid.
that type of predator.
I can't say that. I'm just gonna type it to you.
Let's continue. The self-destruct bomb from the original has now been scaled back down to from a nuke level explosion into a smaller explosion with 3 grenades that float up and explode shrapnel. That was cool. I like that.
Fun. I like the shield thing that like spins around.
Yeah. So, the shield that is used as a blade as well, and is
that's cool.
and is soon like it can, you fucking I just the shield can be used as a blade, and it's obviously sharp because it can go through rocks as well, which I thought was really cool. He also has something new, which
That bit where like he was like trying to get her through the rock was tense.
hell yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, it was great. Another new weapon that a lot of people are referring to as the snap snare is has like a heating quality. That's basically the thing that when the Yautja is in the bear trap, he grabs it and it flings it around it and snaps it. But he also then throws it, and that's the thing that cuts the leg off Raphael Adolani.
Yeah, they were cool.
It seems to also have a heating quality that can cauterize the wound, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
We also see 2 weapons return from Predator 2, which is the combi stick and the net gun. The net gun is now a throwable net, which retracts the same, but this time it retracts entirely, mulching everything it catches.
That was so good.
It was fucking... when I saw that, I'm like, alright, it's going to retract and, like, slowly pull into pieces, but no, this one's like, mulch!
It's like...
Yeah. And the combi stick now separates into 2 different parts. One is a club, and the other is a bladed short spear. So,
yeah.
the weaponry on this one is cool. At first, I was like, "Oh, no plasma caster," but you kind of had to understand why.
Yeah, like they can't shoot him. There's no ranged.
No.
You got to get up pretty close.
Yeah. Let's get into trivia, because then we can talk about Easter eggs in this movie. And I want to know, you probably didn't pick up on the big Easter egg.
Probably nothing.
Okay.
But like, was there anything else that you wanted? I don't know if we covered it already. There was something like one of the dislikes you didn't. That was a spoiler. Was it just?
No, it was the cloaking in the water.
Okay, fair enough.
It was more of a nitpick. Like, there was just those few things. Like, it was just...
My only nitpick, honestly, was how does the aiming work, and why is there not a fail-safe thing?
Yeah, I think...
You know what I mean? I just wanted that ending to be a little bit cleaner.
That's fair.
But that's it, honestly, for me. Like, everything else is fantastic. I'm happy like she beat him and all that shit. It was literally just how dumb is this thing for shooting at him?
I know.
But yeah. Anyway.
All right, so why don't we just fucking talk about the whole Easter eggs now?
Yeah, please.
Because most people have picked up on it. You have to actually know the sequels to pick up on it,
Okay.
and it's mostly Predator 2.
Yeah. Okay. No. not
So
really then.
okay, so basically at the end of Predator 2, it's Danny Glover and that Yautja, the city hunter. They're fighting and they make their way back to the spaceship, the Predator's spaceship, and in there is where it's revealed there's like a I don't know, like a wall of fame of different skulls, and there you see like the xenomorph skull and like different other skulls. There was like a human skull, there's a big huge beast skull, there's all these different skulls. And basically what happens is Danny Glover ends up beating the Predator and killing him. And
On the spaceship?
Yeah, on the spaceship. And Danny Glover's like, alright, it's done. Next minute, like 30 different lasers all point on Danny Glover's. And then like the Predators make themselves visible. There's probably like 15 surrounding him. And Danny Glover is just like, I think his name's Mike in the movie, I can't remember.
I'm too old for this shit.
No, he just goes, alright, who's next? And then next thing is the Yautjas then pick up the deceased Yautja, take him back, but there's clearly a leader there. He is actually the Elder, and I think his name's Grey Wolf. He has a name, I can't remember exactly. I think it's Grey Wolf, or something like that. But he looks at Danny Glover, and then slowly turns around and walks away. And Danny Glover's left there, like, thinking, shit, okay, what the fuck did happen? Then Grey Wolf turned around and throws Danny Glover a pistol. And Danny Glover, like, looks at it, and the Predator says something like, take it, or here, take it, I think it is. I can't remember exactly, it's been a while since I've seen Predator 2. But, yeah, Danny Glover looks on the pistol, and it's dated 1715, Raphael Adonolini.
Oh, really?
So, yes, this is the same pistol that guy gives Naru. And he is Raphael Adonolini. So that's the big tie-in. So when, like, I picked up on it, and I think most people did as well.
Yeah, I would not have.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, ah! I love shit like that. I love fucking Easter eggs like that. Obviously, there is... Yes?
Does that mean anything for the...
For what?
Like... So does that mean, like, they went back and killed her or something? Or?
Well, did you watch the credits?
I skipped through and I thought there was nothing.
Okay, so in the credits, there is basically like it's like cavemen drawings. As the credits are like coming up, yeah. There's cavemen drawings of basically the movie that you just watched. Yeah. But right at the end, there's a caveman drawing of Naru bringing back the Predator head, and then it comes up saying "Prey," right? And then I was showing my wife Jill, and she's like, okay, and then what? And I'm like, just wait. And then you see like the three cavemen people turn around, and there's three spaceships heading towards them, and then it just stops. So you're like, oh
so there
shit.
might be a Prey 2 kind of thing.
That's what most people are saying. I don't want that. I do not want that at all. I mean, this is an interesting topic of discussion because we can talk about. Are you watching it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, we can talk about what happens at the end of the film. Like, do the Yautja clan come and retrieve the body of their fallen warrior and follow their set of rules and leave the Comanche alone? Or is this feral breed a breed that don't care for the rules and take down the Comanche?
What's the rules?
Well, the rules are that...
If bested, something, something, something?
Yeah, pretty much. The rules of the Yautja law, and not all Yautjas follow these rules. There are bad blood Yautjas, which are basically just criminal Yautjas.
Okay.
But the rules are if a person is deemed unworthy, they're to be left alone. which is made poignant in this movie and like the original movie. And like that's another thing a lot of people on these shit reviews. Do you remember the scene where as they're running in the grasslands where the laser points to the guy that was attacking Naru and he ends up dying? She's running away, she makes it into the forest and then like falls over and the predator's like right there next to her.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people that are like, why didn't the predator just kill her then and there? Because the predator deemed her unworthy. What's the point of a hunt if it's easy pickings? That's the predator's.
Didn't think she was good enough.
Yeah, that's the predator's rules. Predator will not attack you unless you are seen as a threat. Much like he didn't attack the rabbit, which was being killed by the wolf.
I mean, unless he's hunting for food, and then he's only allowed to take the wick.
Yeah, well, we've never really seen predator eat, so we don't actually know. He could be a herbivore for all we know.
I don't know, I'm just looking up the code.
Yeah, there you go. So that's rule. I mean, there are predators, as I said before, that do not follow these rules. So this could be these feral breeds could be just, oh, you killed my friend, fuck you, or they could be coming. But then,
bro, would you like an all predator movie? Like where we follow the predator, where we maybe follow like a young Yautja?
Yes.
On his hunt?
100%.
Like, and do it like a Sparta style thing?
100%. I would love that. I'd absolutely love that. Will we see
That'd be
that?
Cool. I didn't know there was all this. That should be a fucking cartoon, man.
No. It should be a live action movie. No, yeah, like
that should be a series.
The Yautja lore is so thick. I did a full episode.
I didn't know shit ran that deep.
Yeah, I did a full review on it. I don't know what episode it is, but I did like a review of the Predator and like a full lore of the Yautja episode on Horror for Dummies. If you want to go back and check it out.
So, does the Predators make any sense?
The Predators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. So in that movie, they basically find their prey. They're taken back to their world to be used as a hunt.
Oh, sorry, not the Predators. The one I have seen, the Predator.
No, that's fucking dumb.
Yeah. Okay. So the Predator doesn't follow any of this shit, and they're just a monster.
No, that Predator's fucking dumb. The whole end of that Predator is the main fugitive Predator is there to warn humans, but then he's killing humans. It's like it's so fucking dumb, that movie. It just makes like Shane Black is really fucked up, that movie. So yeah, it's really cool to see where this could go. I must, talking about this pistol, the flintlock pistol that was from Raphael Donolini, they did make a comic called Predator 1718, which came out in 1996, and it follows like the story of this flintlock pistol, right?
Okay.
And I'll give you the basically premise of it, but I'm just reading it from Wikipedia, right? So, dropping anchor at an island in Guinea in 1718, Captain Raphael Donolini, leader of a small band of pirates, is suddenly faced with mutiny over a stolen case of gold, which was destined for a church. Adelini wanted the gold returned, much to the anger of his crew who turned against him. In the battle, a watching Predator joins the fray and fights back to back with Adelini, attacking the rebellious crew with the extendable sword. In the climatic scene, with the crew dead and the Predator and Adelini about to fight, the captain is shot in the back by a surviving crew member who was hiding. Denied his trophy, the Predator angrily blasts the crew member away. With his dying breath, Adelini whispers, "Take it," to the Predator. Dropping his engraved pistol with Adelini dead, the Predator takes a moment to think about what has happened, and with some curious respect, leaves the dead captain his extendable sword. The Predator later takes his leave in his ship. So that's the comic that came out, all about the pistol. That's now, since this movie's come out, that's retconned. Now, it's retconned. It's not canon anymore.
Yeah.
But it's cool how they somewhat brought this whole story back.
Yeah.
So how
I like this.
Yeah. So how does the pistol end up back into the Predator's hand?
Well,
You know,
in Prey 2, we'll find out.
I guess.
Dude, this movie is like getting its dick sucked all over the place.
Yeah.
It's like the highest streaming. What? You don't think they're gonna fucking make it to Prey 2?
That's the thing. I don't want a sequel to.
I know
this.
you don't, but they're gonna make one.
Yes, make another Predator movie, but don't make it a sequel
She's
to
gonna
this.
have 2 axes attached to ropes.
Fuck off. I was fine with you being Scorpion once. Don't do it twice. Yes, as you said before, this is debuted #1 on Hulu. It is the biggest movie premiere in the streaming service history. Fucking awesome. That's great. That's great news. What's more? Sorry, I'm just trying to find.
It's alright.
I think I've read all the trivia. Trachtenberg on Twitter said it is thought to be the latest Predator film, according to Trachtenberg. He's been working on this movie for around 4 years as of 2020. So this movie
shows, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Like every shot seems perfectly planned out. Every like action sequence, every like plot point.
Yep.
Except maybe the ending, but like that's literally it. Like everything else is like near perfection. Again, that's why it's a 9.
Do you know one of my favorite scenes in this movie? There are 2, and they got really nothing to do with the Yautja itself. It's like at the start where Naru and her brother are talking, and he takes a shot at the eagle because she won't, and it's an overhead shot of this eagle flying, and it gets hit by the arrow. That shot there is fucking just gold. It's gold.
It's mint.
The other scene that I absolutely loved is like the first 3 minutes of the title card popping up when it's like the slow climb from when Naru's overlooking the mountain at the spaceship and it looks up at the sky, and then the Prey logo comes down.
Yeah.
Also, how good is the title Prey? I mean, I don't know where they were going to go with the title, like they did Predator, The Predators,
Nah, it's sick.
Predators. I don't know where more they could go, but it's taken...
Predator 12.
Like, if it was
Jump
like...
ahead.
Yeah, if it was like... I don't know, Predator 17, 18. If they did Predator 17, 18, I would have been alright with it. But I think Prey is the better title for this movie.
Prey's sick. There's gonna be a Prey 2.
Just...
It's gonna be a Prey 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah, cool. Make it another fucking... Leave Dan Trachtenberg in charge. You know what? If it takes 4 years for a next one to come out, don't rush it. Please.
Time for Shane Black's redemption.
No.
Prey 2.
No.
The blackening.
Fuck you. Alright, man. I think I've spent all I can say about this movie. Obviously, I like it a lot.
Dude. Yeah, it's fun, man. I like how passionate you are about it.
Yeah. If it's my... Like, can you imagine if they did a Jaws sequel that was good?
Yeah.
This would be like a 5-hour podcast.
Made like a Jeddah?
A jet...
Jaws Predator movie?
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the Jedi Predator.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
No, I wouldn't.
He just like holds up his hand and is like
Do like Vader versus Predator. I wonder if Darth Vader can see Predator.
Oh, he can sense his feelings.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway,
I mean, Predator can beat Batman, so
is that canon?
no, it's comic book form, but
No, but like, is it canon that Predator beats Batman?
yeah, in comic book form.
He does? Does Predator beat Batman?
We're not going to search it up, Luffy. Don't search it up. All right, guys, that is it for this episode of Horror for Dummies. Thank you guys for checking this episode out. We'll be back next week. We're going to continue our
After a prolonged battle,
Shut up.
on the
I'm saying
Gotham City
I'm
Police
saying goodbye.
Department,
I'm saying goodbye.
landing on the outskirts of Wayne Manor.
All right, I'm going to mute you now. All right, guys, we'll be back next week with Phantasm. We're continuing it. Sorry, Randy. That's my fault, man. But I needed a goddamn break, I'll tell you that much. I want to thank to our Patreon members. If you want to become a Patreon, please do so. We just released our Schwarzenegger for Dummies episode on Commando.
Yeah.
If you want to hear us talk about Commando, then do it.
Speaking of Macho Man.
And yeah, we've got a lot of shit coming out this month. So, Padded Room Network, we are proud members of them. Oh, this is your time to shine. There we go.
Shit. There we go.
And that's it from us. That's it, guys. Go and see Prey. Don't sleep on this one, man.
Yeah, hells yeah.
Do it.
You don't even have to get up.
Yeah.
Watch it from your bed. Watch it on your phone. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, you
Just
don't
watch
need to
it.
sit next to fucking weird people that sit next to you, even though there's an entire cinema that's empty.
Why don't you just move?
Because I made my seat. This is my seat.
Fair enough. Anyway, we'll get to that next week.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, we're going to be doing Nope as well. Phantasm 2 and Nope.
Nope.
Dip!
Gonna tell Aunt Mary about Uncle John. He claimed he has a